Dan gave me a call and he said that it was time for us to do a new video. He'd found this product. It was a liquid stabilized oxygen product. He sent me over the studies, the results of the studies, and the test summaries were amazing. It blew my mind about all the things that these doctors were saying. And it was even more, it got me excited when I started seeing what all the athletes were saying about this product. So a couple weeks went by, I was working on the video, I was getting close to having it finished, and it was a Friday afternoon that my product showed up. I remember reading how important it was to kind of like do it on an empty stomach. And so that Saturday, I ended up taking it as a pre-workout before I went over to the gym. And I had this amazing workout. It was obvious to me that something was going on. And I've been a big believer in oxygen for a long time. I've wanted to get a hyperbaric chamber as far as something that promotes recovery. There's a lot of professional athletes that use hyperbaric chambers to get that recovery, to speed up their recovery, to help them as they're working towards their goals. So oxygen has been on my radar, but what's really cool, what I found was really cool about O2 drops was as this sort of liquid portable supplement, it was shown in a couple of different experiments that the stabilized oxygen in O2 drops stays active in your system for up to 4 hours after you take it. So now it's more than a hyperbaric chamber. It's more than something that just gives you recovery. It's actually something that may possibly enhance a workout. I took it and gave it that 30-minute window. I probably did about 4 times the recommended dose, about 60 drops before I went into my workout, because when I took the first 15 drops, it felt pretty good. And so I thought, what the heck? Let's see what happens if I double it. And I ended up doing 4 times the dose. And when I went to the gym, I had this amazing workout. I was able to train longer at a higher intensity. So for me, it was a really, really cool experience. And then in the days and weeks that followed, I started noticing improvements in my sleep. I started noticing improvements in areas in my body where there was an inflammation buildup. I rolled my ankle playing tennis a few years ago, and the inflammation in that ankle has bothered me ever since. Even though it's healed, I can walk, I don't have to wear a brace when I play tennis, still that inflammation has been there. And I noticed that it started going away. It's not even there anymore, I don't even feel it. As I was noticing all these things, I was having a conversation with my buddy Cameron, and he was telling me about his situation where he's just tired, he's lagging in the afternoons, he always has to take a nap, and I thought, hey, you may want to try this. So I gave him a bottle of O2 drops and said, hey, check it out, let me know what you think. And I knew that he was going to have a good experience.
I got kind of excited about it because to me, and I'm not a scientist, but the oxygenation of your cells just made sense, I guess, was the thing about it. And in talking a little bit more to Tommy about it a couple of weeks later after I'd read through a couple of emails, and he's talking to me about it, and I tell him how I feel and the fatigue that I have and various other things. And he gave me a bottle to try. I could go to bed at 10 o'clock at night. I'd wake up at 6:30 in the morning. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I was comatose. I mean, I had to take a nap. It was not negotiable. I'm on the couch for 2 hours asleep. The first day I took the drops, I'm sitting there on the couch at 2 o'clock waiting for my nap to hit. And by 3 o'clock, I was bored to death down in my basement working and cleaning because there was no need to take a nap.
And a lot of people are skeptical. A lot of people don't believe it. When you pull out this little bottle of liquid stabilized oxygen, there's a reluctance. There's like this hesitation to believe, oh, is this real? And it's so cool when they come back after they've tried the product and they say, where do I get more? That's the coolest part about this.
Like I said, with the mental fog and the fatigue that I had before Tommy got me the drops, I was comatose from 2 to 4 every afternoon. There was no two ways about it. Right off the bat, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've got a little bit of a weight problem. And I was retaining a lot of water at the time. I've seen some doctors and we've got some medication going to help keep me from retaining water. But basically, I had what my dad called gout, or what doctors call gout, which is basically you're retaining uric acid in your joints. And it had settled into my feet. I was a stupid kid once and I had my feet crushed underneath the front end loader on a tractor. So I've got some joints in my feet that aren't the best. And that's where it decided to settle. And I've got one foot down there where I could barely walk. And after about 3 days on the drops, the pain in my feet subsided and was lessened and lessened and lessened to where I didn't have that.
I mean, everybody has their own unique experience with this product, and that's what makes it so cool. And that's why you've got to find out for yourself. That's really what it comes down to. You got to find out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. I mean, my testimonial is just a reference point.
I got my wife involved with it because she's got some problems with diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and I thought that this might be a way for her to help her regulate her blood sugar. I don't know that she's seen any noticeable difference with her blood sugar and how she maintains and regulates, but I do know that she is more alert, she's more clear, and she's got more energy. And she says she doesn't notice anything when she does take the drops, but when she doesn't take them, she notices.
I've seen too many times people get results from taking this product to like doubt. I don't doubt that it can help people. I know that it can, but I don't have to tell you. I don't have to make any guarantees or anything like that.
I think the oxygenation of your cells, and I'm no scientist, I'm not a geneticist or a biologist or any of that fancy stuff, but reading the emails and looking at the information on it, it just made sense.
Yeah, it probably, to you, it may sound a little bit fishy. To be honest, I was a little bit skeptical. I mean, I was reading things that were very, very convincing as far as like what the product could do, but still, you know, I mean, people say a lot of things. A lot of people make claims about products, and with this one, we don't have to make claims. This is what I found out that it did for me. Maybe it's something that can help you out, and so I share it from that perspective, and time again, people come back and they say, where do I get more? They order the bottle, and they keep ordering it because it's making a difference for them.
The money is nothing. I mean, it's if you compare that to the benefits you're getting, the money's nothing for you. So if you are reluctant to spend the money, look at what the upside is to that as well, and what you're able to accomplish and the things you're able to do and the quality of life that you have. And when you compare that to the dollars you're spending, the dollars are meaningless compared to the increase in the quality of life. So
if you're interested in getting better results in the gym, maybe that speaks to you. If you're interested in getting better sleep, maybe that speaks to you. So like for me, I've seen results in the gym. I've seen results as far as the quality of my sleep. I've seen results as far as the reduction of inflammation in my body. And if any of these things speak to you, you try the product. And listen to all the other testimonials that are out there, because there's a lot.
if you're even remotely considering trying O2, I'd say give it a solid 30 days, one bottle, solid 30 days. I think it's just a common sense approach, and it made sense to me, and I'm seeing the benefits for it, and so is my wife. So it's a win-win all the way around.
There's so much evidence of the benefits of what happens when you get more oxygen into your bloodstream that when you put two and two together, it absolutely makes sense. It's a no-brainer. It's an amazing product. It's done amazing things for me. But again, don't take my word for it. You got to find out for yourself.